Hello everybody, today's the day in 1997 when Mother Teresa died. Such a well-known person that little more needs to be said about her, that she was an Albanian who set up a convent in 1950 in Calcutta to care for the poor and the dying. A visitor to the convent recalls how he couldn't take his eyes off Mother Teresa's feet during the audience that he had with her, and he was asked afterwards why, and he said, well, they were gnarled, they were so malformed. And the member of the order to whom he was talking said, well, that's because whenever we get gifts of sandals, and we get lots of them to give to those who we care for, she always picks out the least wearable pair for herself. And as a result of wearing sandals that don't fit and aren't strong enough, that's why her feet have become the shape that they are. A symbol, perhaps, of her self-sacrificial love. But it led me to wonder how she cared for herself if she didn't care for herself in such an obvious way. Because all of us need to balance our care for others with looking after ourselves. Love your neighbour as yourself is Jesus' commandment, and we need to do both. And I don't know how Mother Teresa looked after herself, but it may well be that she was so confident in knowing that God cared for her that she didn't need to do the things that most of us less holy human beings have to do to make sure that we are looked after, by just making sure we don't overdo it and making sure we eat properly and have time to ourselves and have time for leisure and so on, and all the different things that we can do just to look after ourselves, as well as spending time and energy looking after others. Mother Teresa once said that she was like a little pencil in the hand of a writing God, sending a love letter to the world. Well, I find the language a bit flowery, but I do think that idea of what we're here for is a good one. I want to be here, as I'm sure you do if you're a believer in God, bringing the love of God to the people around us. But we need to do it in a balanced way, and to make sure that as well as looking after the people around us and working for a better world, we're also making sure that we care for ourselves, as well as trusting God to look after us too.